Hello, hello, hello guys. Okay, today we are going to discuss a new concept. I am very excited to discuss this particular concept. Like in organic molecules, as you know, the large number of organic molecules are there. Sometimes in exams, they will give a big formula and they will ask you to calculate the number of sigma bonds, number of pi bonds, or number of rings. Mostly this kind of questions comes in numerical type questions that asked in JEE main. आजकल जो JEE मेंस में न्यूमेरिकल पैटर्न का क्वेश्चन आता है, इस टाइप का क्वेश्चन में दिस इज वेरी कॉमन क्वेश्चंस. एक फॉर्मूला दिया रहेगा, फ्रॉम दैट पर्टिकुलर फॉर्मूला पूछेगा उस मॉलिक्यूल में कितना सिग्मा बॉन्ड हो सकते हैं, बट उस मॉलिक्यूल में कितना मैक्सिमम पाई बॉन्ड हो सकते हैं, बट उस मॉलिक्यूल में मैक्सिमम कितना हमारा रिंग भी बन सकते हैं. तो इस टाइप का एक क्वेश्चन आता है. तो इस क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करने के लिए हम लोग क्या करते हैं, नॉर्मली उस मॉलिक्यूल का स्ट्रक्चर ड्रॉ करने के लिए कोशिश करते हैं. एक मॉलिक्यूल का स्ट्रक्चर ड्रॉ करने में मतलब इस बॉन्ड को हमको लिखना है, तो इसके लिए बहुत टाइम का ज़रूरत पड़ता है. इट इज़ अ टाइम कंज्यूमिंग. ऑफ कोर्स यू कैन सॉल्व दिस पर्टिकुलर प्रॉब्लम बाय ड्रॉइंग द स्ट्रक्चर. अगर उसके स्ट्रक्चर हम ड्रॉ कर लेंगे, कीपिंग इन माइंड that valency of carbon cannot exceed more than 4, valency of nitrogen cannot exceed more than 3, valency of oxygen cannot exceed more than 2, and valency of hydrogen is 1. Keeping this particular point in mind, if you draw the structure, then obviously we can solve that kind of problems. We can calculate number of sigma bonds, we can calculate number of pi bonds, even we can try to calculate the number of rings. But my point is that for that kind of question, to solve that, it will requires at least 5 to 6 minutes. In medical questions, you know, one questions given only for 1 minute time. In JEE mains, maybe one questions you will get 2 minutes time, but we cannot spend 5 to 6 minutes time for a particular question. Therefore, we have an alternative path. We can solve that kind of questions with the easy tricks. Without drawing structure, we can calculate the number of sigma bonds, number of pi bonds, even we can calculate number of rings possible for a particular molecules with this given formula. That's point I am going to explain that. As I told you, suppose if you consider this molecule C2H6, if I need to calculate the number of sigma bonds in general process, first I need to draw the structure. Carbon valency 4, hydrogen valency is 1, 1. And then we will count the number of sigma bonds, then we will count the number of pi bonds. From that concept, we can calculate the number of sigma and pi bonds as well as the ring. Similarly, if the formula is this, I need to draw the structure and then I can calculate the number of sigma bonds, number of pi bonds and number of rings. Similarly, as the formula will become big, in that case, to draw each and every carbon, every hydrogen with keeping in mind that valency should not exceed 4 for the carbons, for nitrogen 3, for oxygen 2, for hydrogen 1, we need lots of time. You can see this molecule C14H10, if I need to draw the structure, this is the structure. You need to draw keeping in view that valency should not exceed for any particular atoms. It will take so much time. But we can solve this kind of problem with a second of time if we know the tricks. How to solve that? First I am going to explain how to solve the degree of unsaturation. I suppose you know what is called degree of unsaturation. Degree of unsaturation is the summation of number of pi bonds plus number of rings. Summation of number of pi bonds and number of rings. Therefore, in these molecules there is no rings, no pi bonds. Therefore, degree of unsaturation for this particular molecule is equal to 0. But in this case, there are 3 pi bonds and 1 ring. Therefore, degree of unsaturation for this particular molecule is 4. That is 3 pi bonds, 1 ring. Similarly, if we count for this particular molecule, degree of unsaturation will be how much? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 plus 3, 10. For this, it will be your 5 plus 2, that is 7. you need to draw the structure, then you need to count the number of pi bonds, number of rings, then you can calculate the degree of unsaturation. But without drawing that structure, we can calculate the degree of unsaturation using this particular formula. What is the formula? This formula will be applicable for any kinds of molecule. If you know the formula, we can calculate the degree of unsaturation using this particular formula. What is? Summation n into v minus 2 by 2 plus 1. Here n means number of atoms of each type. Suppose if I consider this molecule C6H6, here there are two types of atoms. One is carbon, one is hydrogen. And n for carbon is 6, n for hydrogen also is 6. And V is the valency of this particular atom. If I consider carbon, valency for carbon is 4. If we consider hydrogen, valency for hydrogen is 1. Similarly, valency for oxygen is 2. Valency for nitrogen is 3. Using this particular formula, we can calculate the degree of unsaturation without drawing the structure. Should we try? Let's see. In the first case, C2H6, if you consider C2H6, the number of carbon is 2, valency of carbon is 4 minus 2 by 2, plus there is hydrogen, 6 hydrogen, 6, valency of hydrogen is 1 minus 2 by 2 plus 1. If you solve it, you will be getting 0. That means in this particular molecule, degree of unsaturation is 0. That means no pi bond, no rings, because degree of unsaturation is 0, and degree of unsaturation means summation of pi bonds and rings. Therefore, no pi bond, no ring is possible. Only sigma bonds are possible. Similarly, if we take another formula, C6H6, how many carbon is there? 6 carbon is there. Valency of carbon is 4 minus 2 by 2, plus how many hydrogen is there? 6 hydrogen is there. 6 into valency of hydrogen is 1 minus 2 by 2 plus 1. If you solve it, you will be getting 4. That means this formula can have a molecule with 3 pi bonds and 1 ring, or I can say it can have only 4 pi bonds, or I can say it can have only 4 rings, or summation of pi bonds and rings can be 4. That means number of pi bonds can be 3, ring can be 1, number of pi bonds can be 2, ring can be 2, number of pi bonds can be 1, ring can be 3. That gives the idea of degree of unsaturation. If you know number of pi bonds, we can find the number of rings. If you know number of rings, we can find the number of pi bonds, provided tau is known to us. Clear? Similarly, we can try for this also. C6H7n. If I apply the formula, C6 carbon 6, valence of carbon is 4 minus 2 by 2, plus there are 7 hydrogen, valence of hydrogen is 1 minus 2 by 2, plus there are nitrogen, 1 nitrogen, valence of nitrogen is 3 minus 2 by 2 plus 1. If you solve it, here also you will be getting 4. Therefore, without drawing the structure, we can calculate the tau, the degree of unsaturation, which means number of pi bonds and number of rings. Therefore, we can calculate easily. Could you follow? Hope you could understand that how to use the formula to calculate the degree of unsaturation. This formula will be valid for any kinds of molecules. We can calculate number of pi bonds and number of rings together. Okay. Now, how to calculate number of sigma bonds? That will give you idea number of pi bonds plus number of rings. A summation of pi bonds and summation of rings. Therefore, any one of the, if number of ring is known, we can calculate the number of pi bonds, or number of pi bond is known, then we can calculate the number of rings. Now, how to calculate the number of sigma bonds? Again, you can draw the structure, you can count the number of sigma bonds, but it will be time consuming. But without doing that, we can calculate the number of sigma bonds using this particular relation. What is the number of sigma bonds? For aliphatic molecules. What is called aliphatic molecules? Open chain molecule. For aliphatic molecules, number of sigma bond is equal to total number of atoms minus 1. For open chain molecule, number of sigma bonds is equal to total number of atoms minus 1. For example, if you see this case, how many sigma bonds are there? I suppose 7. 7 sigma bond is there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many atoms are there total? 2 plus 6, there is 8. There is 8 minus 1. That's equal to your 7. Number of sigma bonds for an aliphatic molecules. Aliphatic molecules means open chain molecules, no ring. Number of sigma bond is total number of atoms minus 1. Okay. Now we could calculate the number of sigma bonds. We could calculate the summation of pi bonds and the rings. Now if I ask how to calculate total number of bonds present in a molecule, any kinds of molecules, can be cyclic, can be non-cyclic, how to calculate total number of bonds? Total number of bonds can be calculated using this particular relation. Total number of bonds can be calculated using this particular relation, n minus 1 plus tau. Here n is total number of atoms present in the molecule. Here n is total number of atoms present in this particular molecule. N minus 1 plus tau will give you total number of bonds. Okay, total number of bonds. If you know the total number of bonds and if you know the number of pi bonds in case of cyclic molecules, even you can calculate number of sigma bonds in case of cyclic molecules. How? Total number of bonds minus number of pi bonds, that will give the number of sigma bonds. This formula can help you to calculate total number of bonds. Any molecules, you can verify that. Let us consider this molecule. Let us consider this molecule. Here C10H18. Therefore, total number of atoms will be, I suppose, 18. 10 plus 8, that is 18. 18 minus 1 plus tau. Tau for this particular molecule is 5 plus 2 rings, that is 7. Therefore, total number of bonds will be here 24. You can count that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Totally will be 24. This is how we can calculate total number of bonds present in a particular molecules. Using the tau, we can calculate number of pi bonds and the rings. If we can calculate the total number of bonds, total number of pi bonds, we can calculate total number of sigma bonds for any molecules. And for aliphatic molecules, total number of sigma bonds is the total number of atoms minus 1. This is how we can solve this kind of problems within fraction of time, second. This will help you to solve within short period of time. You can save your time for the other questions. Hope you could follow that. Thank you.